We are
Welcome
chatting with James Bryant, and we're
Welcome.
kind of going through your book here. Love the book because it has illustrations, it has pictures, it has like, what is that? Poems and all kinds of different.
I've written
Yeah.
songs and poems, and so I've interspersed that in the book and the writing of my experience.
This looks like a fun read. Not necessarily you have to read, but it's a fun, relaxing. I'm going to pick up James's book time of day. You know, that
Well,
kind of thing.
but it's one of those things that I had determined for years that I needed to be, and that was an encourager of others.
Okay, that
And
was your
we
mission
need-
in life. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to be encouragers today
bet.
with everything that's going on, and
Oh, the world is full of hate right now.
it is.
You can't do anything, especially if you have Facebook. If you make a comment, you might as well expect someone to hate what you said.
Yeah, there'll be somebody who'll crop up with it.
And you know, you talk about encouraging. If you take that tack, if you decide to encourage somebody, you're gonna have a satisfaction that you've never had before.
I believe that too.
Exactly. You can walk away from something like that and feel like you've contributed to that person's life.
Yeah.
And like we said, I've dedicated this to 6 different people who were instrumental in my life. First of all, my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one was Moscow Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Moscow, I visited with him in the nursing home yesterday. He's 97 years old, still clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I was in the 2nd grade, I went to, my stepdad took us to First Baptist Church where he was a member. And Moscow was my Sunday school teacher,
Oh,
my
wow.
very first
okay.
Sunday school teacher.
Wow.
And then later, when I pastored Northvale for a year before going overseas, he was my member. And so
Wow.
I was his pastor at
Wow.
that time.
Oh well, cool.
And he's doing very well. He was very taken back, of course, that he was included in that.
Oh,
But
good.
I'm really appreciative of
Yeah.
the support that they gave me. And I think personally my remembering them keeps them alive, even though my wife and Moscow are the only ones still living out of those 6.
Yeah.
They have taught me to be a Barnabas as well.
And which segues into why you wrote this book. What is about Barnabas that's so intriguing to you?
Barnabas, of course, was the one in the Apostle Paul's life. After Paul was converted, he was a Pharisee, a very strict Pharisee named Saul. Well, when he was converted, not everybody wanted to relate
Be associated with him. Yeah.
Well, he was condemning Christians to prison.
He was the hater.
He was. And but when he connected with Barnabas, in fact, you find recorded the first time that Barnabas and Paul is mentioned, it says Barnabas and Saul. And then you read just a little bit further, and it says Paul and Barnabas.
Oh, wow.
So once he introduced him, he stepped back and allowed Paul then to take the lead.
Yeah.
That kind of thing is what I think is so important for every one of us to realize. We have a life to live, but frankly, we got that as a heritage of somebody else.
We're basically ushers for the people
That's
behind
right.
us coming up.
And what is a heritage that we receive becomes our legacy to pass on to the next generation.
Yeah.
And when I wrote this, it is based upon my pilgrimage. I mean, we've been missionaries overseas, we've been pastor, I've been teacher, even at North Ark, a lot of things that I've done in my life. I recognize, but for these people, I might not have been able to accomplish what I did. and to have the happy life that I do.
Yeah.
And I am responsible for passing that on
Mm-hmm.
to the next generation.
Yeah.
And so my hope is, and the challenge is, that what I've written is something that they can take and use and say, ooh, I've had that question. Oh, I've been there. What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
How do I proceed in the midst of a problem? And that type of thing. And so they can take my experience and say, I think, and the scriptures are there, I think I can apply that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole purpose of it, is to expand that out to whoever. And frankly, I've been saying the pandemic has been really great for me, because God gave me a time to sit down in front of my computer, and all this stuff that I've written for years, back in the 70s,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was able finally to compile, and I've done 104 devotions. I was thinking, oh, that's 2 a week, you know. And frankly, when you look at them, someone commented this. They said, you know, you can't go farther than just one. You've got to sit and dwell on what's there.
Yeah.
And that's true. One of the things that we find in our world today is people do not think. They're more feeling,
Uh-huh.
and they will act out of feelings regardless of how bad it may be.
And either whether it's right or wrong, they do.
Exactly. And that's what motivates them in a variety of ways. When you look at this matter of your looking at who you are and looking to be someone that you might say has a legacy that someone has given you to bless you, you want to bless someone else.
Yeah.
And so it needs to carry on from us. And that's what I've tried to do in this. And the devotions take a little bit of deep thought. It's just not a read through like a funny book or something or
Right.
other that
Yeah.
you can lay down.
Yeah.
That's what I hope,
Yeah.
is that there is a deeper thought that goes into what people read and think about.
Now, you go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask, I want to know how you get a hold of one of those.
Yeah, right,
That's what I
right,
want to
yeah.
know.
Well, I have checked this week. It's just gone out on Monday. My publisher, Covenant Books, out of North Carolina, had just released it for publication on Monday.
Oh, wow.
And so it's gone out, and I checked this week, and it has gone out to Amazon. It's on Amazon
Okay.
for the book or Kindle. I even have people who said they've already got it from Kindle and
okay.
are reading it. You
Okay.
know. And then Barnes and Noble has it
Oh, great.
also online.
Nice. Good.
I had 2 others that I discovered. I don't know how it got that far that quick, but Belarus was advertising it. The country of Belarus, I mean,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and Saudi Arabia.
Who
Go
knew?
figure. Go figure. I don't know
So
how it got that far.
Can they
but
buy these from you, or do they have to buy them online?
They can buy from online, obviously. The price, the book price, is $29.95. I have purchased a number, and I can purchase them a little bit cheaper. So if they want to contact me, I can send them
Okay.
one.
All right.
And I've been saying they can get it for $25 from me, and then
Maybe with an autograph.
and then I've got and that'll be an autographed copy.
Okay.
The others, of course, obviously I
Right.
wouldn't be able
Right.
to.
Right.
But those are the ways to get that. I, of course, already told my church. I'm pastor at Gaither Baptist, and I've already told them this Sunday I'm going to have books there and
Wonderful.
that they can pick up. And but it's a work that God has blessed me to do, and they're asking, my publisher is asking for my next books. and I've already got 2
Uh-oh.
others in the works.
Great.
You're going to have to put yourself in a closet somewhere and get it done.
Well, I am closeting myself at times, and my wife says, "Okay, I'm going to leave you to it." So,
And I'm sure she's happy about those times at times.
oh, I don't know. She has things I kind of bother her with, and but
Well, I am excited that
Yeah.
you have this finished.
yeah,
And it's a direct connection with you, the person. And if people want to be blessed, this is a good book. From what I have not read it completely,
Yeah.
but I've looked through it, and it's got some interesting topics and
Right.
chapters. And
well, and I might say this: if you get it and you like it, one of the best ways to help is to promote it by writing
by
a
the
review.
comment, oh yeah, or a review.
Writing a review, and you can do that as well as, of course, comment on Facebook. If you get on Facebook, I put it on there. It's public.
Okay.
When you pick it up, then share it
Right.
with your friends.
Yeah.
And it'll continue to go out, and it'll have more
grow,
impact.
for
that
sure.
Well,
way.
the proof will be in the final product after they read it, and hopefully you'll get a lot of comments from it.
There you go.
James,
That's
we
what I want.
appreciate you
you.
so much for being here today.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in the book, there's information at the end of the show that you can contact James, or go to Amazon and just search Barnabas Briefs. It's
Right.
available right now.
It is.
Thanks so much.
It's out there.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We have
you.
Wanda Massengale patiently waiting with, what was the name of the cat? Twinkle?
Twinkie.
Twinkie. We're going to introduce Twinkie, and we'll have Zane as our, I guess he'll be our
Assistant?
pet handler. And we'll have that in just a few minutes. Stay with us. You're watching 726.